So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Collector, 1965. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I just like this movie. It's got Terence Stamp and Samantha Eggar. I keep referring to Samantha Eggar as a Canadian actress, which is sort of misleading because she's actually a British actress who moved to United States and Canada during the 70s. Of course, she was great in The Brood with Oliver Reed. That ending scene just completely blew me away. Fantastic. She does a fantastic job acting in this one. That's the only reason I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. Otherwise, I would have given it 1 out of 5 stars. She actually got an Academy Award for her acting in this, and the director was giving her a hard time. They were picking on her on the set, and that helped to create the mood of her being locked up in prison, like this guy at his San Mateo house. No, not really. Anyways, got my Aflac check. Canceled my accident policy. Got $8 in tips last night. The cash tips have been few and far between these past couple months. But I did work about almost 14 hours, I think, yesterday. So night in terms of production. Overall, during the week, I think I worked say 25 hours. So it was an okay week, average in terms of earnings, but I got a Target gift card from my other employer, $60. It's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Got this $60 gift card. I think I'm going to use it to buy holiday gifts tonight. Maybe some socks and some groceries. Get that going tonight. Christmas is Saturday, and I'll be working, but I have him Friday 1 to 7 for Christmas Eve. So that's when my son and I celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, just like the old days. When my German grandmother would let us open presents one day early. Anyways, The Collector. Okay, so Terence Stamp is this bankster dweeb who wears a button-up suit all the time. He only buttons it down when he's outdoors for about 1 second. Even when he's sitting, he's got a button. And there's supposed to be some kind of class warfare going on between he and Samantha Eggar. They used to take the bus together in Reading. It takes place in Great Britain, but I think the photography was in Los Angeles or something. I don't know. It's weird. I was reading on Wikipedia about this. The Collector, 1965. Okay, so the director was nominated for an Academy Award. He could have directed The Sound of Music, but he turned it down to direct this one. The guy's name is William Wyler don't know much about him. He's a lamestream director. This is a lamestream film. Okay. So the most of the film was shot on soundstage in Los Angeles, but the exterior sequences were filmed in London, Forest Row, East Sussex, and Westerham. In Kent. Late spring and early summer of 1964. So Weiler's cut ran approximately 3 hours, but was trimmed to approximately 2 hours at the insistence of the studio and the producer. Yeah, it's way too long. It is way too long. And it was, I said, Weiler received a nomination, Academy Award for Best Director. It was the last of Weiler's record 12 Academy Award nominations for Best Director. So Samantha Eggar became a big star. She got an Academy Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture. So Terence Stamp plays Freddie, a lonely, socially awkward young man who purchases a farmhouse with the winnings he has earned from the football pools. Okay. So Samantha Eggar, they're calling her a bourgeois London art student named Miranda Gray. There we go with the class warfare, the lowly bankster versus the uppity art student. This is the way it is in 1965. Okay. So Terence Stamp, Freddie, he's following around Samantha Eggar in a van, and then he kind of traps her by putting his van in a narrow place where she has to walk, and then he makes her pass out with some chloroform stuff, and then he puts her in the 17th century farmhouse that he bought in the cellar. It's a windowless stone cellar, fully furnished, by the way. And hey, Karate Man's in the chat room. Cool. I guess Adrian hasn't woken up yet. But we got Karate Man. Awesome. Thanks for popping by. I guess you're here to tell me about movies that are popping up on YouTube, right? Action movies. I found the Jeff Wilcott. No, it's late afternoon. So what happened was that I had my alarm set for Saturday, so I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock, which was when I was supposed to pick up my son here. And so I was running about 40 minutes late picking him up. And I fell behind watching movies, and I didn't get my energy drink, so I was tired. So I watched this one. It was 2 hours, though. Man. And now it's 4:35 p.m. I've got a few more hours to finish The Absent-Minded Professor. Yeah, I know. It was filmed at Kezar Stadium. I pass that all the time on my way from work at night. My night job. I pass Kezar Stadium, the football stadium in Dirty Harry. Yep. That's in my neck of the woods, man. San Francisco. All the Dirty Harry movies are based in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. But that one is most famous for the scene at Kezar Stadium. It's still there. It hasn't gone away. Anyways, uh, so he's got her locked up in this room. She's constantly fighting against him. The neighbor comes. She turns on the bathtub, and there's water all over the floor. And he has to explain. Yeah, that's a pretty good flick. Although Clint Eastwood doesn't really respect that that sniper dude's constitutional rights. I remember that. That was kind of awkward. But yeah, great flick. My stepdad used to have it on Laserdisc. Decent. Love that flick, Dirty Harry. Another good one is 44 Magnum, huh? Yeah, didn't they put that on a movie poster? Clint Eastwood going like this? Anyways, it's on the Laserdisc at least. I remember seeing that. And what else? Oh yeah, Deadpool is another good one. Remember Jim Carrey? They play Welcome to the Jungle in the Deadpool, and then Jim Carrey's head spins around. That's another great one I saw with my uncle on cable during the 80s, man. I haven't seen all of them. I've just seen Dirty Harry and Deadpool. That's it. But I know you asked me that question before, and I think I added the Dirty Harry series to my Netflix queue, if I remember. Anyways, Terence Stamp as a wussy in this one. I mean, he takes great pains to like pamper Samantha Eggar. Although later on she's she's pretty intense when she beats him over the head with a shovel. That's probably the highlight of the movie, right there. And she tries to get him to. She gets him to read Catcher in the Rye, which has a bad reputation as being a communist book or some kind of subversive book. J.D. Salinger, I think it's one of the. It's probably the most. Oh, it's hot in December because it's summer in Australia. Okay, I've never been to Australia, but I'll take your word for it. I don't know what part of Australia you're from, but I can understand and appreciate that summertime is hot. It's winter here, so it's like 34 Fahrenheit, which is how much in Celsius? 1.1111 Celsius here. We think that's cold in San Francisco, but people in the Northeast probably think we're crazy. It's 1.111 Celsius in San Francisco. Oh, Sydney, the COVID dictatorship place. Okay. So you're in the big city of Sydney. The capital of New South Wales. All right. Isn't that where I just saw a movie about New New South Wales. Anyway, crazy people, yeah. People standing on the freeway ramp almost hit somebody on the way home from Oakland on the Bay Bridge, man. Some guy was just walking towards me on the freeway ramp, and it's a good thing I had my eyesight back. My eyesight started deteriorating when I worked 4 jobs back in, when was that? 2018, I think. And so I had to get night driving glasses, but then I started taking bilberry and lutein pills, and my eyesight got better. And the glasses actually made my eyesight blurry, but I almost hit this guy on the Bay Bridge. He was just walking around. He got street people on the other side of San Francisco, not here at Golden Gate Park. If you find a street person here in Sunset District, they're probably lost. But most of them are on the other side of town, not the ocean side, but the other side, the bay side of San Francisco. That's where most of the crazy people are. And they got a huge problem with crime here. They're trying to get rid of the district attorney who's a communist turd. And that's San Francisco for you. Good Eggs is in Oakland, and they claim to have the best farmers market food online delivery in California. But I get their free stuff, and it's not that great. I think it's overrated and overpriced, a lot of it. But I get it for free, so I can't complain. My son said their chicken enchiladas don't taste as good as the processed stuff at Safeway. and it's much cheaper at Safeway, too, so I might add. Okay, so where was I? The collector. So he's got her locked up. He tells her he loves her, and he's infatuated with her, but he doesn't want to take advantage of her. So he promises her that she can leave after 1 month, and he breaks her promise. He breaks his promise, Terence Stamp. They're having dinner with caviar and champagne on her supposed last day, and he proposes to her. She says yes, but then he says, how can we get married if they're witnesses? That doesn't make any sense. So she goes off and starts throwing stuff. Oh, an eye for an eye. I'm going to have to look that one up. I haven't seen that one. So she gets off and starts throwing stuff at him. And he chloroforms her, and he claims that he didn't rape her. Well, he put her in bed for all the time that she was asleep. And then he brings her outside. It's pouring rain, and she grabs a shovel, bops him over the head. He's bleeding really bad. Oh, I don't see an eye for an eye on Netflix. And that's the scene to watch in this one. The rest of the movie is pretty banal and boring. He's the most boring kidnapper that I've ever seen. Terence Stamp. Oh, Mako. Mako is in a lot of your action movie recommendations. Christopher Lee is good. We like Christopher Lee on this channel. Let's see. An eye for an eye. So Terence Stamp goes to the hospital, and here we go. I see the trailer on YouTube. Chuck Norris in the white sweater, in a red sweater, but I'm not seeing the movie. Just seeing little clips and trailers and stuff. So I guess I can't add that one. It's not on YouTube. It looks pretty intense, though. River of Death. There goes Cuddy Man with all the Adrian type mentions of River of Death. Michael Dudikoff. That doesn't ring any bells. River of Death. Huh. Oh, I've seen that. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Dudikoff and Robert Vaughn. Yeah, I did review it. Man, my memory's bad with movies, dude. I've seen like, or mate, I should say. I've seen like 2,000. I've done almost 2,000 reviews, and I only remember like a handful. It's sad. I've got to take some more alpha-like poic acid to help my brain. You've got better memory than I do about my own videos. Anyways, so after, oh yeah, I remember now. Donald Pleasance, the Nazi. It's starting to ring some bells now. After you remember, after you mentioned Donald Pleasance, Nazi, something about, I think at one point Dudikoff was hanging upside down in front of a bunch of alligators. Maybe that was a different one. I started YouTube in 2008. No. When did I start YouTube? I think it was 2000. Let's see. I'm pulling it up. Oh. Okay, here we go. 2012, April 2012 was when I started YouTube. Sorry, my memory was gone, so it's been 9 years and 9 months since I started my YouTube channel, and I've only got barely 2,000 video movie reviews. Sad, but Maybe I'll get up to 10,000 before my lifetime ends. Anyways, uh, where was I? The collector. Oh yeah. So Samantha hits him over the head with a shovel. He goes to the hospital. And, he comes back with a bandage on his head. She's got pneumonia and she's dying. She tripped over the electric heater. Doesn't work anymore. So he goes to get a doctor and some medicine. The doctor is on his way, but Samantha Eggar's dead. So his dreams are crushed. But I don't know. The ending was kind of disappointing. I couldn't get into this movie. It was just too long, too boring. But 2008 was a great year. In terms of what? I don't watch many movies before 1996. So 2008. I don't know. I think I was working in San Francisco at that time and making pretty decent money downtown with all the street people there. But anyways, I've been dragging this too long. I'm going to finish watching The Absent-Minded Professor, if you don't mind. Nice chatting with you, Karate Man. Thanks for being a frequent guest on my in my chat rooms. No, my ex-wife took all of our VHS tapes. I'd show them to you if I still had them, but she probably sold all of them after she filed bankruptcy when we separated. My first wife. Anyways, nice chatting with you. I better cut this off. It's 27 minutes long. Laters.